Amani, tell me in few words, how was your experience with your first pregnancy? Tell me how much weight did you gain?
Oh my god, I gained 90 pounds.
Oh my God, 90 pounds?
Yeah, I was eating like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, you were eating a lot of bread and a lot of...
Everything, a lot of everything.
Yeah. So tell me about your delivery. How was it?
Oh, my delivery. Actually, because I gained 90 pounds at 37 weeks, my doctor told me the baby is big, so we'll go for induction rather than waiting to 40 weeks, which is full term, and then we'll see how it will go. So I agreed with her to go for induction at 39 weeks, but at that time, with my first baby, I don't have much information about the delivery and induction and all that details, so I trusted her decision and I said, okay, we'll go for induction. I went to the hospital for my scheduled induction and the doctor was not my best advocate and I ended up with a C-section.
So Amani, what was the reason that you ended up with a C-section?
There's no reason. There's no reason.
Seriously? I mean, what
Yeah.
did the doctor tell you?
Her reasons were that the baby is big and the baby is not engaged yet. And you know, if the baby is not engaged yet, she should not induce me. She should tell me go home and come another day or 2 days or whatever.
So Amani, what happened after you delivered Jude? How were you feeling?
Like shit. I got severe depression. I was not happy at all. I was always crying. I felt guilty. I was blaming myself all the time. I was really into a real depression, and this is the first time in my entire life I know what depression is because I suffered from it. I was not enjoying my baby. The only thing I was doing is crying, and I don't know the reason. But the reason is the C-section. I felt failure. And I felt like someone handcuffed me and forced me and took me to the operation room without my permission, and someone took my baby away from me.
So Amani, that was your first pregnancy and it was in Kingdom Hospital in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
Riyadh. So when you got pregnant with your second baby, what was the reason that you delayed your second pregnancy? How far did you delay? How far did you space it out?
Yeah, I got pregnant when Jude was 18 months old. Because you know, you have to have minimum 18 to 24 months between your children to have the chance to have another vaginal delivery. So that's why I waited 18 months.
So why were you planning on another like normal delivery? Why not go with another C-section?
There's many reasons. One of them is emotional. This emotional feeling that you feel that you deliver your baby. I want to have that experience, and I don't want to go into another surgery. You know, it's a major surgery. Rather than enjoying your baby, you have to have someone to take care of you, and it's a major surgery. It's not like, so it's like, for me, C-section, the way it happened to me, put me in a situation that I failed something, and I want to prove to myself that I can do it, and every woman can do it, because this is how God created us.
So Amani, okay, you are 9 months pregnant with your second child. What happened? Did you deliver in Saudi Arabia?
Actually, at the first time, I was trying to see someone who can deliver me naturally, but I couldn't find. So I asked for exception in the hospital I worked, and they declined my exception. So I went back home, Lebanon, seeking another opinion if I can deliver naturally. And you know, in Middle East they don't support VBAC. So we decided to come to the United States to have Nawa.
So you came to the United States, you were at Michigan, Henry Ford Hospital, and then who was your doctor over there?
My primary physician, she was Lebanese. origin, but I forgot her name, but she was nice, but I can't recall her name.
Was she the one who delivered you?
No, she was not on call, but she was attending my appointments.
How was your experience with your second delivery?
My experience was nice. They gave me time to get the natural birth that I'm asking for. They gave me like up to 41 plus 5 days.
Oh my God! 41 plus 5 days?
Yeah, and she was planning to give me up to 42 weeks if my NST result is good, but my NST result was 6 out of 10, so that's why they say we will induce you vaginally. I like the fact that they listened to my desire and they gave me time. They did not push me, they did not force me or scare me for C-section. They were so patient with me, and they were doing everything to make sure that I am safe and the baby is safe.
So, how did you end up with your second delivery?
I ended up with a C-section. It didn't work, but this time it didn't work because the baby got heart deceleration after 16 hours of labor with induction.
Oh my God! So you labored for 16 hours?
Yeah.
And then he had late deceleration after that? So that was a legit reason for them to take you for a C-section.
Yeah, even though it was a legit reason to take me for a C-section, they did not take me to the operation room unless they came and explained again and again, and they asked me to sign by myself. And then at the first time I was still confused and hesitant that I don't want to sign the C-section. After 16 hours I'm still having that hope that I can do it. But when the primary physician that was on call came to my room and explained to me, if you are my wife and if that baby is my baby, I won't allow you to go further. So at that moment I felt that I cannot risk it anymore. I have to listen to him.
So Amani, you delivered, you had a C-section, and then you were discharged and you went back to your hotel room. What happened after that? Did you experience any signs of like guilt or depression or anything like that?
Actually, I was not happy because it didn't end up as I wish, but I knew that I did and they did the maximum that we can do. So I was not feeling the guilt or the blaming or the failure like the first time, but I was not happy. But I accepted it, and at that time I still have that feeling that I want to go for a vaginal delivery for the third child.
So Amani, now you delivered your second baby, you went back to Saudi Arabia, and now you have 2 C-sections under your belt. And you said you were still thinking about having a normal delivery after 2 C-sections.
Yeah, remember the last time I went to the physician's office before I traveled back home from Michigan to Lebanon, the only question I asked the doctor, I told her, would you allow me to go for normal delivery for my third child if I come here? She said no. Even when she said no, deep in my heart I said no, I will do it again.
Okay, so Amani, you got pregnant and we were here in the United States, in Illinois, and then you went to Carl to deliver.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience at Carl.
The best experience ever.
So I have one question. Let's back up a little bit and tell me, when you told your physician that you want to have a normal delivery after 2 C-sections, what did he say?
He said that usually he doesn't encourage people to have normal delivery after 2 C-sections because the risk of uterine rupture is higher. But if that's my wish, he will go with me. He will not... he told me, I will not ask the police to go to your home to force you to do C-section. So I won't force you. If this is your wish,
So, but you signed a waiver and he explained to you all the benefits and the disadvantages, and then you still went ahead and signed the waiver, and you said that you want to go through the normal delivery.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how was your experience with that physician?
Awesome. I like him.
Would you recommend him to other people?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what's his name again?
Dr. Michael Hennessy.
So, Amani, we know that you had a couple of like false alarms, and you went to the ER, and then they sent you back and said you're not in labor. But tell me about your experience when you went to the ER and you were really, really having active labor. Yes, tell me about that.
I went to the ER having really, really painful contractions every 5 minutes. And then they took me upstairs to labor and delivery unit, and the contractions were getting stronger and more painful.
How far were your contractions apart?
5 minutes.
Okay. So first they put you in a triage room, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The time I arrived at the hospital, it's like 8 p.m. It was like it have been 2 hours with regular contractions every 5 minutes. After the on-call physician saw me, they admitted me. They transferred me to the delivery room.
So Amani, they transferred you into the delivery room, and there the action started.
Yeah.
So tell me, how were you feeling when you started noticing that your cervix is dilating and you're progressing quickly?
I was really happy, although it's very painful, but I was happy and praying God that I can do it. You know, because I was so scared.
So Amani, when you took your epidural, you were at 9 centimeters?
Yeah, 9 cm.
So the morning came.
And my primary physician arrived. Finally, I'm so happy he's here. He will help me to break my water. I just felt happy when he's in my room.
So what did he do? Did he break your water?
Yeah, he break my water. At that time I was 9.5 centimeters. So he just broke the water, and then he said he will come back when I'm progressing more.
So you progressed, and the nurse was coaching you of how to push.
Yeah.
When you were pushing and breathing, tell me, what were you feeling at that moment?
I'm still scared at that moment. I just want the baby to get out.
Even though your doctor, when he came at 8 a.m., he said there's no more risk for you to run rupture and you will deliver normally and all that, you were still scared?
No, when the moment he told me that now you're safe, don't worry about anything. So the only thing that I want is to push and get her out and see her healthy and safe. And
So Amani, tell me about that feeling when Angelina got out of you. Was it painful? Did it hurt?
and not really, because the effect of epidural was still there.
So when you heard her cry,
Yeah, it's like a dream for me. Yeah, it's like I cannot express my feeling, because till now I feel it's really a dream for me. It's like a miracle for me. Yeah.
so Angelina was out, she was lying down on your chest, you were looking down at her. What were you thinking?
So thankful for God and for everyone who supported me, for you, for the doctor, for the nursing team. I was so happy, and I feel I'm really blessed because God helped me to achieve what I like, to achieve my wish since the first baby.
So Amani, you delivered, you went to another room, and then you were discharged. You came home. Tell me about your feelings when you came home and you realized that everything is finished now. Mission accomplished.
I was super, super, super happy and I feel that this is the first delivery out of 3 that I feel I'm really happy when I'm getting home with the baby. I feel I'm blessed. It's completely different feeling compared to the first 2. This time I felt this is the only time I really delivered, and I was really enjoying her. I was enjoying her breastfeeding, enjoying everything.
So, Amani, did you call your parents? Did you call your sisters? Did you call everyone that you had a normal delivery?
Yeah.
Who was the first person you told that you had a normal delivery?
Amuna,
Who is Amuna?
my best friend,
Where is she at?
Australia.
Was she happy for you?
Yeah, you know, she didn't sleep that night. She was scared to death that there is something wrong happened to me or the baby. So she didn't sleep the whole night until I told her I delivered, then she went to sleep.
So Amani, what advice would you give to mothers who had one C-section and they are thinking about going for a normal delivery after the C-section?
If you believe that you can do it, go for it. If you have that feeling deep in your heart that you can do it, trust yourself, trust your feeling. You know what the doctor told me? He told me, I am glad that I listened to you. You made me proud. After I had Angelina, my physician told me thank you for allowing me to take care of you, because he was super happy that I did it and the baby is healthy. I'm good.
So Amani, one last word. If you are looking someone in the eye and you want to give an advice, what would you say?
If you want to have the emotional feeling of having a natural birth, just go to whoever supports your decision to have a vaginal delivery after C-section. Unless there is a medical condition, don't take a risk. Like with my second child, there was a risk, so I did not go further. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and punch that face down below to subscribe. And if you haven't watched the last vlog, click over there to watch it. Until next time, be an Alpha Slice.